Hey everybody, it's your favorite Fox Guardian Z Plays. I'm here at Sakuragon playing with...
My name is Brighton.
Hi Brighton. So we're going to be playing Grand Archive. We're going to be playing with the demo decks?
Yes.
Nice. We've got Wind and Fire.
And fire.
Alright, how long have you been playing Grand Archive?
I have been playing since it came out, so about 3 years.
Nice. And can you give us a little, what is Grand Archive? Tell us a little bit about it.
Grand Archive is a Western game design with anime art style, so it plays a little bit like Magic the Gathering, but the art is much cuter.
The art is very cute. You guys can see. I don't have an actual stand with me, so I'm having to, use a bag to show you guys. All right.
Awesome. So first thing we're going to do is separate our decks. So there's two different decks in here. There's the Regalia deck and the main deck, and they're separated by the colors up on the top there, so the blue and the yellow.
So yeah, blue and yellow, guys.
All right, then we'll shuffle up our main decks. All right, and then I will go first if that's okay with you. Kind of show you the turn order.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, we'll put that aside here. Awesome. So very first thing we're both going to do is bring out our spirits. So I am the spirit of fire.
Okay, and I'm the spirit of wind.
Awesome, and then each of these will have a on-enter ability that we get to resolve. So it's on-enter, draw 7 cards. So that is how we're going to get our starting hand.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. All right.
Perfect.
Let's see what we got.
All right, that's going to put me right into my main phase since this is the first turn of the game. And I'm going to start by playing out a Flame Rune Swordsman. This has a 3 cost, so I have to put 3 other cards into my memory.
Okay.
I then have a couple more cards left in my hand, so I'm going to also play a Honorable Vanguard. That's going to cost me 2, so we'll put those guys down. Since I was the very first player of the turn, I can't attack, so I'm just going to go ahead and pass my turn.
All right, so now it's our turn. So these are the cards we get to play. Now, we went second, so we get to draw?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So draw for turn. And then we get a material deck, or?
We're going to skip our first materialization. We'll get that on the next one. We basically just materialized our spirit this turn.
All right, chat. So we get to pick a card, and then we get to play a card. Let's play him. So if we're going to have to put a cost of 2 down.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's go with her.
Okay.
For a cost of 3. So we'll put these 3 down. All right.
Awesome. So now that we both have some creatures on the board here, I'll let you take that back.
Thank you.
Yep.
So that's our board.
Yep. So we're able to do some attacks if you'd like. There's no summoning sickness in the game, so each creature or each ally comes out ready to fight. You can attack anything on the board. So there's 3 different things. There's my champion, that's how you win the game, and then I got 2 units, 2 allies on the board as well.
All right. So, can you explain the attack and the...
Yeah, absolutely. So the attack is how much damage that unit's going to do, and then the health is how much it can take before that unit dies.
All right. So, if I wanted to swing with her and him into your champion, that would be 3 damage?
It would be, but each combat is individual, so we're going to start by attacking with the Vanguard, and then that's going to have my unit take 2, my champion take 2, and then you can attack with the Banner Knight and have him deal 1 more.
Okay. So, that's always hard for me to remember because it's like, okay, I'm going to do
individual combats for every unit.
All right.
Yep.
And then we pass.
All right, awesome. So now we're going to follow the turn phases. First phase is Wake Up. I have nothing to wake up. We're already ready to go. Next is Materialize. So that's where we get to bring out 1 card from a material deck. To pay for the cost of these, you have to banish a random card from your memory or a card with the keyword Floating Memory from your graveyard.
Okay.
So I don't have a graveyard. I'm going to go to level 1, so I have to banish a random card here. So we will shuffle these up and pick randomly. I lost a fiery momentum. Alright, so now my spirit is no longer a spirit. We're now a level 1 Lorraine. I have an on-enter ability. It says materialize a weapon card with cost 0 from your material deck. So I'll pick one of those out. And I'm going to grab out the Sword of Seeking. So weapon cards are used so your champion can attack and join the fray.
Okay.
The next step is going to be Recollection. That's where we're going to bring all of our cards from our memory back into our hand. Then we're going to draw for turn. And that puts us right into that main phase.
All right.
Alrighty, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Flame Ruined Swordsman to swing into the Banner Knight for 2.
Okay. So that does 2 damage
got
out of
2,
his health.
And he will have 1 left. And I'll use my Vanguard to finish him off for 1 more damage.
Okay, so then he will go over here into our graveyard.
Perfect. Next, I'm going to play another Honorable Vanguard. That one's going to cost me 2, so we'll put 2 down. And this I'll swing into your champion for 1.
Okay. 1 die.
Alright, and the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to swing Lorraine with the Sword of Seeking into your champion for 1.
So 2.
So the sword is going to lose 1 durability. It'll break the next time I use it, and I'll pass the turn to you.
All right. So we go into Wake Up.
Yep, so we're going to wake up
So
first.
she'll wake up.
And then we're going to materialize.
Materialize.
Yes.
Thank you. So this is what we can materialize. So let's upgrade ourselves into a Lorraine. That's a cost of 1.
Yep. It's going to be a random card from memory or
Right.
a card with floating memory in your graveyard, which I don't believe you have at
Don't
the
have,
moment.
so we'll just do this one.
Yep, and that's going to go to the banish pile up on the top there.
Right, banish. All right, and then that's all we can do, right?
And she has an on-enter ability.
On enter, materialize a weapon card. So we'll take our own Sword of Seeking.
Yeah, sounds
Put it
good.
next to her. All right.
Awesome. So
And-
next phase is going to be recollection. We're going to bring all the cards from your memory back to your hand.
All right. So now we've recalled everything.
Yep. Then you get to draw for turn,
We're gonna draw.
and that puts you right into your main phase.
All right. So, what is it? Action. Okay. So, I'm going to pay cost of 2 to play this attacking
Yeah.
with the floating memory.
Yep. So that's an attack card. So that's going to make your champion attack. So you can go ahead and rest your champion. And then you get to choose on my field what you're attacking. And you can also additionally add the Sword of Seeking damage if you would like.
So yeah, we'll add the Sword of Seeking damage to the sword,
Mm-hmm.
and we will attack your champion. So that would be 1, 2, 3 damage to your
Perfect.
champion.
My champion will take 3, and your Sword of Seeking will lose 1 durability.
Okay.
And then that attack card's going to resolve and go to the graveyard.
Goes to grave. And we'll pay 1 to also play Favorable Winds.
Mm-hmm.
So allies I control get +1 health until end of turn.
Yep. So they're going to have an extra health for the end of the turn. And that's also a fast card, so you can play that on either player's turn.
Oh, nice. So they have a fast and I have a slow.
Yes. Yep.
All right.
And that card will resolve and go to the graveyard, but it'll be floating memory for the next turn.
Okay. And then I will have her swing. See here. We'll have her swing into this girl.
Yes, that will kill the Honorable Vanguard.
All right. And see, that's the end. So that would be the end of my turn.
Okay, awesome. And you now have a trigger at the end phase from your Windrider Vanguard. She has the keyword Vigor, which means she wakes up at the end turn. You didn't have it last turn because you were a Spirit and it's class bonus locked, which means your champion has to match the typing of her. So they both have to be Warriors and or Guardian in this case.
So that part has to match that part.
Yes.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Thank you so much.
No problem. So we'll go to my turn. First thing I'm going to do is wake up. And then I'm going to materialize, and I'm going to bring out the Warrior's Longsword. So this is another sword. I have 1 floating memory to pay for it, so my memory is safe. And it's got 2 counters on it. And then I'm going to recollect and draw for turn. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is swing the Flame Ruined Swordsman into the Vanguard for 2.
Okay.
So you have the option to retaliate if you'd like to do that damage back. And to do that, all you'd have to do is rest that unit and declare that you're retaliating.
Okay. I'm going to retaliate.
Okay, awesome. So that's going to deal 2 damage back to my guy, which will end up killing him.
All right. So she got 2 damage.
Yep. Then I'm going to use their Honorable Vanguard here and swing into the Windrider Vanguard as well. Since you're already rested, you can't retaliate the damage back, so my Vanguard is safe.
But she has extra health.
That's until the end of the turn.
Till the end. So she is dead?
Yep, so she will die.
Okay.
Alrighty, then I'm going to use Lorraine and swing into your champion for 2 with the Warrior's Longsword.
Okay, so that's I forgot how much damage was on her already because I think she had more.
I don't remember either. We'll just say it's the first time. Alrighty.
I'll fix it in post.
There we go. And let's see, I'm going to also play down a card called Tempered Steel. So it's put a durability on target weapon I control. So we're going to put that durability counter right back on that longsword.
Okay.
And then that'll be my turn. I will pass.
All right. So then we will wake up, everybody. We will
get to materialize.
Materialize. All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
We have to pass. All right. I think I'm going to grab this one. So it's a 0. So I can put that down.
Yep. And that acts like and it's an item, so it acts kind of like an artifact. It just hangs out until its conditions are met.
All right. So then we're going to go into recollection.
Yep.
And draw. All right. So these are what we get to play with, chat. All right. I think I'm going to pay cost of 3, and I'm going to put down this guy. So I can't really play anything else. So I'm just going to swing with my champion and her sword into your champion.
Okay, perfect. My champion will take 1.
And then
your Sword of Seeking is going to break and go to banishment.
Breaks. He goes bye-bye. And then the Eternal Knight, I will also swing into your champion for 2.
Perfect. He will take 2 more.
Oh, man. Because I was missing one person.
All right, and then I will pass.
Okay, awesome. So we'll go to turn. I'll start by waking up. And then I will materialize, and I'm going to materialize my level 2 champion. So that's going to cost me 2, but I have 2 cards with the floating memory keyword from my graveyard, so I don't have to banish anything from memory. Okay. This has an on-enter, so it says, until the end of the turn, Lorraine's attacks get +2, and on-kill, draw a card. So if I kill an ally with her, I'll draw a card.
Okay.
I'm then going to recollect my cards and draw for turn. Alrighty, I am then going to use Lorraine with the Sword of Seeking to attack your Steamed Knight for 3. So 1 from the Seeking, 2 from her effect.
So he's going to go to grave.
Yep, and you can also trigger your Life Essence Amulet
we
now.
get to trigger this. Whenever an ally you control dies, when it's not your turn, you may banish Life Essence Amulet. If you do, I get to draw a card. So we'll banish that.
So, and I'm going to draw a card from my Lorraine
And we're going to
trigger.
draw a
So
card.
each draw.
So now we have that.
Alrighty. Then I'm going to swing 1 with my Honorable Vanguard.
All right. And I'll fix this so like there'll be a random yellow die just PDF'd into it.
Perfect. Then I'm going to play the Steamed Knight down for 3, and I'm going to swing for another 2.
Okay, so that makes it 5.
And that's it for my turn. I'll pass.
All right. So we will wake up. I wanted to bring my materialize. All right. So, what should we do? Monitor.
Yeah, you always want to check your graveyard to see if you have any floating memory in there, because that's always important to pay for those expensive cards.
So, I do have 2 floating memory, so I'll banish those so that I can pull her second out.
Perfect.
And then, because you can only pull 1 material out at a time.
Only 1 card at a time.
So we've got that.
Awesome.
Then we'll go into the recollection phase. Then we'll go to draw phase. Okay.
And for Lorraine to attack this turn, since you don't have a weapon, you're going to need an attack card in hand. So it might be a good idea to pull out an attack card so you can punch down one of my allies.
Okay. So yeah, we'll pay 2 to play the attack card, the floating memory.
Awesome.
So
that's going to rest Lorraine to do the attack.
I'll have her attack into your commander or your
a champion.
Perfect. For 2.
And that's going to be actually for 4 because she has that +2 ability there.
Ah.
So this is going to go to 6 and then get another die there.
And we go into how high?
So our life total is down on the bottom right-hand side of the champions. So and it actually depends on what champion you're playing, but in this case it's 24.
Okay. Oh, okay, that's how that one works. All right, so I can't actually play anything else. So I'm going to just end my turn.
Okay, that sounds good. We'll go to my turn. I will wake up. I'm going to bring out the Life Essence Amulet as well. And then I will recollect and draw for turn. Alrighty. So the first thing I'm going to do is use a Banner Knight. So I'm going to play down him. I'm then going to swing with my Lorraine. So Banner Knight's going to buff the other weapons and allies it controls. So this longsword is going to come in for 3 into your champion.
So that's 6, 7, 8. Okay.
Perfect. And then I'm going to pay 1 for an Inspiring Call. So what this does is it costs 2 less to activate if my champion's attack. So it's just going to cost me 1. And then other allies I control get 1 attack until the end of the turn. And then I get to draw a card into memory. So I'll draw a card into my memory. And then all of my allies will be buffed up. So I'll swing with Honorable Vanguard next. This is going to be for 3. 1 from the Banner Knight, 1 from the Inspiring Call on
3,
yourself.
4, 5.
Yep. And then Banner Knight will attack for 2.
That goes to 6, 7.
And then the Esteemed Knight's going to swing in for 4.
So 5.
Alrighty, perfect. And then that's it for me. I'll pass my turn.
Okay. We go wake up.
Mm-hmm.
It's always weird because I all the card games I play, I was like, you could draw.
Yeah, you always draw to start, but not in this one.
Not in this one. Okay. So, let's do floating memory, and we will pay for the longsword.
Okay.
Then we'll go into our recollection phase. Now we go to draw phase. Okay. Let's see here. That's on if I do that. Alright, I'm going to pay 3 to put her down.
Okay, awesome.
And then I'm going to swing with her and the longsword into your champion.
Okay, so I will take 2.
Oh, it's not a room.
And then I will swing with her as well into your champion.
Okay, I'll take an additional 2.
I don't know if you know this, chat, but I'm trying to just focus on getting his champion out as quick as possible, which is probably not the best with this deck.
I do have a very scary board right now, so it is like one of those catch-22s.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right, and then I will pass my turn.
Okay, awesome. You
This-
have that on the end of turn trigger, so your Vanguard will wake up.
All right, she gets that bigger.
And then I'll go to my turn. I will wake up. I am going to grab out the Ornamental Greatsword here. This says, on enter, target ally control gets +1 attack until the end of the turn. So we will take 1 more attack on the Esteemed Knight there.
Okay.
Then I will go to Recollection. I'll recollect and then draw for turn. Alrighty. So I will start with swinging my Esteemed Knight for 4 into your champion.
Okay. So that is 6. I need one more die.
Yeah.
7, 8.
Alright, and then my Banner Knight will swing for 1. My Vanguard is going to swing for 2.
I think that kills me.
I think so, and then my Longsword will finish you off for another 3.
Yeah, I'm dead. All right. Well, probably died a long time ago. I gotta check all the posts.
Yeah, but who knows the hidden dice?
All right. Well,
Awesome. Well, thanks for playing, and then for playing at
you.
Soccer Con, you do get a ticket, a promo, and a pack.
oh, thank you so much. All right. Well, that was Grand Archive, everybody. Let's thank our wonderful guests for teaching us. You say your name again?
Yes, my name is Brighton.
Brighton, and this was at SoccerCon. So next year, if you guys want to learn how to play, definitely come down and see him. All right. Thanks for playing with me, everyone, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.